All right, we just did external rotation. Now we're gonna do some internal rotation. So just like in our last video, we begin with rolling the hips in, running through all those little details we studied before. If you're unclear on those, please go back and check out the previous video on internal rotation of the pelvis. As we engage with the feet, draw the umbilicus to the back and raise the head and neck to get our parameters of movement. We next add in the concaving of the chest and the convexing of the back. The concaving of the chest is established by knitting those clavicles together, convexing the back by splaying those rather large flat scapular bones. So again, I have that rounded look to my chest as I'm rolling in. And now we're going to add in the arms. Let's do the arms first and bring this whole picture back together, okay? Start with the hands, little finger side out, hands slice, hands raise, hands slice, hands raise. So whereas the hips are ascribing a horizontal figure eight, the hands are ascribing a vertical figure eight. So you add eights on eights on eights. Those who say Bagua, you know, it's nifty. So now, as I draw up to the right, I want to create a path for those hands to slice. I'm going to pull that left hip back and the hands slice down. I want to raise the hands up. I want to do it with the hips. So as the hips roll around and up, that lifting in that ball and socket toward the hip raises the arms up, pulling that right hip back, arms sink. Internally rolling that right hip as the hands raise and sink. Internally rolling left hip and sink. Roll to roll. Notice how the hips are slightly ahead of the hands. If I try to do the hands and the hips at the same time, everything's kind of disjointed and it may look, you know, fine, but I'm not doing much for full body motion in that Zhong Ti Li, which is Chinese for full body power. As I roll the hip, arms raise, sink, raise, sink, side to side. Hips first, arms on a very slight delay, such that they can be pulled by the hips. The hips are the initiating point, the hands follow. From here, it's really important that I maintain those basic postural elements, grabbing the ground with the feet. If I don't grab with the feet, the legs go all over, the power gets lost in the middle, and I'm just swinging my arms, which, you know, it's fun, doesn't really do much, right? So again, the foot pull raises the arms, the belly draw allows me to pull that power up into my hands and create this fluid side-to-side movement. It can be done nice and slow and deliberately, playing with that transition of weight and round. It can be done quickly, which is fine as long as you maintain those principles. It can also be done with Fa Li. If you're looking for your different way of spicing up your day, all right? And again, this can be practiced between 1 to 5 minutes. It's a lovely little adjunct to our basic hip roll.